Varane United contract conundrum. Remember Raphael Varane came in through in 2021 summer and he signed a contract of 4 years, and that means 3 were years that we were supposed to obviously have at Man United that were really standing with the contract, and 1 further option year. So there is really a very huge disagreement between Raphael Varane and Manchester United as far as triggering the further option year on his contract. Remember, if he clocks 1st of January, that is tomorrow, when he has gone ahead not to really extend that contract, then he is expected to start negotiating with teams, because you can agree a deal with any team 6 months to your getting out of the team. So welcome to the United Matters channel. Happy New Year everyone watching in through, I think Austria, I think Japan, South Korea and other countries have gone ahead to obviously start entering the new year. And here we come to obviously see to it that everything goes on as planned here onto our channel known as the United Matters channel. Lindelof has also gone ahead to obviously see his contract triggered by Man United, confirmed to us by David Austin, and we're here to discuss Raphael Varane. Arsenal has today gone ahead to lose 2 goals to 1 away at Fulham, and obviously they are now 4th in the Premier League table, right? They are 9 points behind Manchester United. So it shows you exactly how far went ahead to obviously drop points, in our previous game against Nottingham Forest, meaning that if I had gone ahead to win, would have gone ahead to close down on very many teams. So let's go the Raphael Varane way and how things have gone ahead to obviously start off. Now, this guy is a chief reporter coming in from the Daily Mail, confirming to us that Man United have decided against triggering an option to extend Raphael Varane's contract by 12 months, leaving the defender free to hold talks with foreign clubs over a summer transfer from tomorrow. So United have decided against triggering an option of a contract of Raphael Varane, and to me it really shows us the transition that Man United should go into. Because of the poor negotiations that we had, we ended up really giving Raphael Varane huge sums of money. That's the cause, because if Raphael Varane was not earning £300,000 plus, then this wouldn't have been the cause. But the cause of this all is that Raphael Varane is not agreeing to take a pay cut to see to it that another option year is obviously triggered. Remember, if that option year is triggered, then Raphael Varane will continue to earn £300,000 plus per week. And United believe if at all they really offload him from the squad, that will be a very huge boost into the financial fair play positivity for the club of Manchester United to sign in more and more players at the club of Manchester United. So that is it coming in from Raphael Varane, and I don't know what your thoughts are about it, but I would love to obviously continue reading to you exactly what Matt Hughes is obviously telling us more about this Raphael Varane situation with Manchester United. Man United remain interested in extending Raphael Varane's stay at the club, but plan to open talks over a new deal next month, rather than extending his current contract, obviously. And the reason is this: Man United regard Raphael Varane's current £340,000 weekly wage as hard to justify given his injury problems. Triggering the extension in his contract would have kept Varane on similarly high wages, and the club want to renegotiate fresh terms. So the club wants to renegotiate fresh terms, and they want to see to it that they do the needful with Raphael Varane. But I think if at all you're doing mathematics, you need to obviously sit down and really calculate that I'm going to keep Raphael Varane at the club of Manchester United for the next 6 months. And how much money am I going to be paying him? £340,000 per week. That is close to 340,000 pounds. So it's 3.4 million pounds per month, right? Per month. And then after 3.4 per month, you multiply it by 6. That is close to 20 million pounds, and you're going to pay him 20 million pounds, right? So how can you get back that money? For me, I think it's by really renewing his contract, extending that further optional year, such that by the time we reach the summer, he's left with 1 year to leave the club of Man United and get that money back by selling him. That is it. So, I really understand the situation in which Man United is, because the former owners of Man United went ahead to obviously cost United lots of things. But as things stand, it is really something that we need to obviously find a solution for. And we are suffering from the problems with the Glazers, and I think they've gone ahead to understand. But what they do, for me, all I want to see is a lot of sanity being brought back at the club of Manchester United, especially financial sanity, because teams like Man City that are winning the trophies and Liverpool are really having players on less wages, and they're really better than those we are having at the club of Manchester United. Because what's the role of having a player like Scott McTominay earning £140,000 a week, yet even a player like Rodri is earning like £20,000 more than him? Yet Rodri is performing at a level that Scott McTominay will never reach in his entire career. So that is one of the things we're supposed to look at and obviously understand, that things need to go the right way, and we need to reward players according to their performances. And for Raphael Varane, for me, I think however much he's really good, we should pave way for him. We should pave way for him, because if you keep him here, he's not going to be readily available. I believe he's one of the best central defenders in the world, but with his age of 30 plus and the injuries, that means he's obviously going to be an injury prone player, right? So we should let him go. All else, trigger that contract. After triggering it, we sell him off, because there are teams that can offer us £20 million in this player. That is it. So I would love to see to it that United finds a better solution. But for me, getting Raphael Varane out and you bring in Todibo would be something great. So that is it, coming in through from Raphael Varane. And let's go to the clubs that are really interested in him. And Matt Hughes has gone ahead to confirm to us that Raphael Varane remains a major part of Erik ten Hag's plans. The defender has attracted interest from Real Madrid and Bayern Munich in the recent weeks, but is believed to be happy at United. I really understand he's happy at United, and he knows that every time he's not being given the best that he deserves, it's all about him not having the best of a career at the club of Manchester United. So if at all he really performs better, then all will be given the best that we deserve. But right now, I'd like to let you know that Manchester United has a better plan and a future, because they need to assess this squad and really get to know what exactly they're supposed to do. And these players that earn £300,000 plus should really be looked through. For example, Raphael Varane, £340,000 a week. Sancho, £350,000 a week. This other guy, that is Casemiro, 360. Rashford, almost £400,000 a week. So all those players are earning that amount of money, and we should really assess them. Are the services they offer to Man United worth that amount of money? Anton Martial, £250,000 a week. Is he worth it? Harry Maguire, he's also earning close to £250,000, because by the time we sign him, we're not in the Champions League, and when we qualify to the Champions League, 25% more increment onto that salary. When you convert it, it obviously adds up to that. So, to my understanding, it is nowhere near where we want to be, and we need to really see to it that whichever player earns £200,000 a week is really worth it and puts in performances that are really good, and we should really get these players out of this club. So let's wait and see how that pans out. But Raphael Varane to Man United, he loves the club, but the club is telling him he needs to take a pay cut if at all they are to trigger his contract, and now it's up to him to obviously accept it or not, and that will really train out into all boil out into him, showing us that maybe he needs money. That is it. So negotiations are ongoing, so we wait and see how that really pans out. But they did this with David De Gea. They continue to negotiate for a new contract, and it never really went ahead to happen. But I think if Raphael Varane is considerate, they cannot. His contract might not be triggered, but they really agree on any deal after his contract expires at the club of Manchester United. Because if I'm Raphael Varane at Man United and I'm really given £200,000 a week, I don't think it really act out bad for him, because he's really a very good player, but his availability has a lot of question marks. A player who earns £200,000 a week should be able to play a minimum of 80% of the season. So that is it. And let's go to Victor Lindelof, and United have gone ahead to show it that they are interested in really keeping this guy. And Fabrizio Romano, sorry, this was David Austin, confirmed to us that exclusive Man United have activated option to extend Victor Lindelof's contract, 29 years, Swedish captain terms. We are to expire. The captain's term was to expire at the end of the current season, but now runs until 2025. Most used centre back this campaign, plus important of plan. So I think this guy is excited and he wants to start the club of Man United, and he's willing to obviously negotiate on a new deal. But if at all there is a plan to sell him off and really get in better defenders, the better, because we need to offload. You know, if you see Kambala come in and play, you know, and you bring in Todibo, that means you've added 2 central defenders onto your side, and you need to really offload 2. And those 2 to me would be Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof first, because we can get like £60 million out of those 2. With Harry Maguire's performances, I think you can get 30-40 million pounds from him. Then Lindelof, you can get like 20, you know. So we can get like 50 to 60 million pounds from those players if at all they obviously make up. So let's wait and see how that pans out, whether in the summer they're obviously going to really send this guy away or not. So guys, your thoughts on Raphael Varane contract conundrum are welcome in the comment section below. Would you sell him in the January transfer window, or you would really extend his contract? So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rock and David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. And the Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. I'll repeat it again. Happy New Year. Bye bye, my mates.